Hello everyone, welcome to Logic App Tutorials. In this video, we'll quickly summarize the differences between the Logic App standard host where we host plan is single tenant Azure Logic App and Logic App standard where the host plan is ASE. So if you remember, we can host the Logic App standard without ASE also. And then there comes a lot of advantage when we host the Logic App standard with the ASE app service environment. Okay, so what is the difference between them? So if our hosting plan is just single tenant Azure Logic App where we just create the associate one app service plan with the Logic App standard, then these are the benefits. We have the more built-in connectors over here. As we have seen in the previous video, we use some built-in connectors. I've shown you, and then run using the single tenant Azure Logic App runtime. So here we can run all the workflows using the single tenant Logic App runtime. We have more control and fine tuning capabilities here. We have the integrated support for virtual network. So we'll see more in detail what does it mean integrated support for virtual network. Okay, and also we can create some built-in connectors. In terms of resource sharing, as you know, a single Logic App can have multiple stateful and stateless workflows in a single Logic App and initiate the same processing. So this we have seen in the previous video. Like if there are a lot of workflows in one standard Logic App and there are workflows in other standard Logic App, so they both will not share the same processing unit. They will have a different process unit. So all standard Logic App in one workflow will share the same unit, and the standard logic workflows in the other standard Logic App will share the same processing unit. So they will not interchange of their resource sharing mechanism. Data stays in the same region where we deploy the Logic App. Okay, so it will give more benefits, like it does not need to fetch from the other region. And standard, so we have the pricing based on the hosting plan, what hosting plan we are selecting. Okay, and there are few limits. We can change the default values from many limits in the Logic App standard when we have host plan is single tenant Azure Logic App, right? So we'll see this also in example how we can change them. Now if we choose the host is like app service environment, we put all of the standard Logic Apps in ASE, then what are the benefits? So we have the benefits what we saw, what we have seen in the previous single tenant Azure Logic App hosting plan where we did not select the ASE. So all these benefits are there in this also, but there are some other advantages also. Here we can fully isolate it our Logic App. Okay, we can create more Logic Apps here than in the single tenant Logic App. Here we need to pay for ASE app service plan. No matter how many Logic Apps we are running, we no need to bother about how many Logic Apps we are running. Also, we can enable the auto scaling, like based on some, let's say for example, we have an HTTP treated Logic App and we are getting more requests to that, then we can enable the auto scaling, right? So by auto scaling, what it means is we can assign more resources to that app service environment. Okay, and here also we have the inherit the network setup from ASE. When we deploy to an internal ASE, what it means is when we deploy to an internal ASE, the workflows can access resources in a virtual network associated with ASE. And if accessed from the outside, an internal ASE run history inputs and outside cannot be viewed. What it means is if we are deploying an to an internal ASE, so whatever workflows are there inside that ASE, so they can access all of the resources which are present in the virtual network. We don't need to create any kind of private endpoints and so on, which we have to create in case of consumption if you if you have created this, right? But here we no need to. We can access the key vault which is in the different subnet, and if let's say our standard Logic App is in different subnet, so we can access it because it has the inherit the network setup from ASA. Okay, and resource sharing, so this same as the above, like what we have seen in the previous one. And pricing based on the app service plan, and limits also we can change some of the values, but there are some hard code upper hard maximum limit which we cannot iterate. So I hope this summarize the differences, and from the next video we'll see all of these things in the action. We'll start creating the workflow from the Visual Studio Code, and then we'll continue our journey. So thank you for watching. We'll meet soon in the next video.